मैं ठीक हूँ जगी साहब, थैंक यू वेरी मच। जी बस ज़्यादातर तो आराम चलता है। Yes, yes, I have been in Noida for a very long time, since 98. 27 साल हो गए नोएडा। जी मैं आई एम हियर सिंस 98। 1998 से मैं नोएडा में।
हेलो,
33 parts.
Hello, Charlie, can you hear me? Okay, great. Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon, Julia साहब।
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mehta.
Good afternoon, sir.
Rachana ji, nice to see you here.
Yeah, after so long.
And Wes is there now. Everybody there now, Charlie? So we are waiting for someone?
Start at 3:30 exact, like in a minute.
Right. Okay, fine.
I can only see four people here.
So you have to swipe it and you can see it. The others.
Okay. Mr. Jaggi was visible, but now he's not visible.
Yeah, he's there. Hello, Jackie Saab, namaskar.
Very well, sir, very well. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Okay, so we can start the meeting.
Okay.
This meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, Chandni Vij, Company Secretary of Eldeco Housing and Industries Limited, would like to welcome you all to the 40th Annual General Meeting of the company, which is being held through video conferencing. The proceedings of this meeting are being recorded for compliance purpose. Mr. Pankaj Bajaj, Chairman cum Managing Director of the company, shall not be able to attend the AGM due to his personal reasons. Leave of absence has been granted to him. Ms. Rupali Chopra had few prior commitments. Leave of absence has been granted to her also. Mr. Shrikant Jajodia, non-executive director of the company, has been elected as the chairman for this AGM. Therefore, he shall chair this AGM. Members may note that this AGM is being held through video conferencing in compliance with the Companies Act 2013 and circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India. Before we start with the proceedings of this meeting, I would like to give you an overview regarding certain procedural and technical aspects of this meeting. The facility to join this meeting through video conferencing is made available for the members on a first-come, first-served basis. Members may also note that the participation through video conferencing is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs in this behalf. All the shareholders who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the moderator to avoid any disturbance arising from the background and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. The company has received requests from a few members to register them as speakers at this meeting. Accordingly, the floor will be open for them to ask questions or express their views. We will facilitate this session once the chairman opens the floor for question and answer session. Shareholders who have registered themselves as speaker will be unmuted by the moderator to enable them to speak about their query once the question and answer session begins. Before speaking, shareholders are requested to click on the video as well as audio icons appearing on their screen to switch them on, and if for some reason the shareholder is not able to join through video mode, he or she can still speak in the audio mode. Shareholders are requested to be seated with proper lighting for clarity in video. While speaking, shareholders are advised to use earphones so that the voice is clearly audible and the background noise is minimized. They are also requested to ensure their Wi-Fi is not connected to any other device and no other application is running in the background for an uninterrupted connection. If there is a connectivity issue at the speaker's end, then the moderator will mute him or her and move to the next speaker. Such speaker will be addressed at the end. In case you experience any difficulty in attending the meeting or in asking any question, please contact CDSL for the helpline number and email address given in the notice of the AGM. We request the speaker shareholders to be slow and loud while asking their questions so as to capture them correctly and to limit their speech or questions to 3 minutes. If any shareholder who has not registered themselves as a speaker but still has a question can write his or her question in the chat or question and answer option available so that the same can be addressed towards the end. The requisite registers and documents as per the Companies Act 2013 maintained by the company are available for inspection in electronic mode. If any member wants to inspect the documents or registers, they may contact the company secretary. Mr. Shrikant Jajodia, non-executive director of the company, shall chair this meeting. Over to you, Chairman.
Dear shareholders, good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Eldeco Housing and Industries Limited, I, Shrikant Jajodia, Non-Executive Director of the company and Chairman of this meeting, attending this meeting through video conferencing from New Delhi, extend a warm welcome to you all to the 40th Annual General Meeting of Eldeco Housing and Industries Limited, which is being conducted virtually. This digital platform enables more shareholders to participate in the AGM. I thank you for making time to join us today. As the requisite quorum is present, I now call the meeting to order. As this meeting is being held through video conferencing, therefore the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not available for this AGM. I request my fellow board members who are through video conferencing to introduce themselves. To begin with, Mr. Ajay Mehra.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Ajay Mehra, Independent Director of the company, attending this AGM from Noida. I also chair the Shareholders Relationship Committee. Thank you very much.
Mr. Pawan Kumar Dhawan.
Good afternoon. I'm CA Pawan Kumar Dhawan. I'm Independent Director of the company. I'm attending this meeting from this AGM from my office at Lucknow. I also chair the audit committee of the company. Thank you.
Mr. H.K. Jaggi.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Harinder Kumar Jaggi, Independent Director of the company, attending this AGM from Delhi. I also chair the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. Thank you very much.
Ms. Rupali Chopra shall cease to be the independent director of the company upon completion of 2 consecutive terms of 5 years each, with effect from the conclusion of this annual general meeting of the company. The company places on record its appreciation for the guidance and support provided by her during her association with the company. Since she had few prior commitments, leave of absence has been granted to her. I now request the upcoming non-executive, non-independent director of the company, who shall be appointed with effect from the conclusion of this annual general meeting of the company, who is with us through video conferencing, to introduce herself. Ms. Archana Tripathi.
My name is Archana Tripathi and I'm based at Kanpur. I'm delighted to connect with you all here. I'm proposed to be appointed as the non-executive, non-independent director of the company in this AGM. I'm attending this AGM from Kanpur. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We have with us our leadership team, Mr. Manish Jaiswal, the Group Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Navdeep Sharma, Group Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Surendra Kumar Jaggi, Chief Operating Officer of Eldeco Housing and Industries Limited, Mr. Rajiv Khurana, Group President, Accounts and Taxation, Mr. Kapil Saluja, the Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Chandni Vij, Company Secretary of the company, and Mr. Udit Bansal, partner of Mrs. Dugar and Associates, Chartered Accountant, our statutory auditors. We also have with us authorized representatives of Mrs. R.K. Tandon and Associates, secretarial auditors of the company, and also the scrutinizer of this AGM, who is attending this meeting through video conferencing. As you know, your company primarily operates in the geographical market of Lucknow, the capital of Uttar Pradesh. The city is emerging as a major real estate hub in northern India, driven by steady economic growth, supportive government policies, and ongoing infrastructure development. The enhanced accessibility of the city due to new expressway and increased air traffic has increased demand for both residential and commercial properties. As a result, property prices have appreciated by 25 to 50% over the past 2 years. There's a growing shift towards premium and well-planned homes, and our offerings are well aligned with this trend. We continue to build on our reputation for thoughtful design and timely delivery, which positions us well in a market that values both quality and trust. One of the highlights of financial year 25 was the aggregation of 50 acres of land on New Jail Road, Lucknow, for our upcoming township, Eldeco Solano Gardens. This project will include plots, villas, and apartments and has an estimated gross development value of 1,000 crore. With land banks secured and approvals in motion, we are well positioned to scale steadily in the years ahead. The new project pipeline, combined with improved cash flows and rising customer trust, gives us the confidence to pursue our growth targets with discipline and focus. Total income for the year stood at rupees 143.7 crore against rupees 122.3 crores in financial year 24, a growth of 17.5% year on year. The board has recommended a 450% dividend for the year, up from 400% in financial year 24, in recognition of the company's steady financial performance and the continued trust of our shareholders. Key operational highlights of 25 are as follows. Expanding land bank. As I just mentioned, the company acquires 50 years of land for our new project, Eldeco Solano Gardens. We are in the process of further land aggregations in the current year to capitalize on the increasing demand for residential properties in Lucknow. This land bank gives visibility for future project development, enhancing growth prospects. New project additions. During the year, the company launched Eldeco Trinity and a new wing in the Latitude 27 project. Eldeco Hanging Gardens and Eldeco Skywalk, launched in April 2025, received a positive response with initial bookings for both projects. Additionally, Eldeco Solano Gardens is currently in the pipeline. Construction spends for the reporting year stood at rupees 156 crore. Area booked for financial year 25 stood at 5,13,849 square feet. Booking in terms of value stood at 337.5 crore. This booking number will be recognized as revenue in the coming years as and when projects get completed. The average realization for financial year 25 stood at 6,568 per square feet compared to rupees 4,968 per square feet in financial year 24. Collection for financial year 25 grew by 105 year-on-year % at rupees 253.9 crore against rupees 124 crore. I will now give a brief update on our major projects. We have recently received RERA registration of Eldeco Hanging Gardens, a group housing project located on Shaheed Path near the Lucknow-Raebareli highway. The project has 3 towers comprising 136 three-bedroom air-conditioned apartments. The project got a good response with 80% of the inventory being booked within a month of the launch. The development and construction work has commenced at site. The construction of Eldeco Trinity, our luxury group housing project in Gomti Nagar Extension, is going on in full swing. The project comprises of 3 towers and 184 spacious apartments with state-of-the-art amenities and specifications. Being a high-ticket project, the sales are slow but steady. The construction of the project is in progress. Eldeco Skywalk is a premium group housing of about 3.4 lakh square feet of saleable area across 4 towers comprising of 195 2 and 3 bedroom apartments situated within our flagship township, Eldeco City at IIM Road. It was launched recently. Initially, 3 towers, Life 1, 2, and 3, comprising of 2 bedroom and 2 bedroom plus study apartments, were open for sale. After the slow start, the sales have gained momentum, and now majority of the inventory in these towers is booked. We are now going to open for booking in Tower World, which comprises of 3 bedroom and 3 bedroom plus study apartments only. The construction and development work of Eldeco Latitude 27, a premium group housing project comprising of 5 towers and 281 units situated within Eldeco City at IIM Road, is going on as per schedule. At present, the structural work of 4 towers, Center 1, North 1, North 2, and North 3 is completed, and that of Tower 5, South 1 is in progress. Approximately 70% of the inventory is booked, and the balance we hope to book as the construction progresses. Eldeco Twin Towers, comprising of 2 towers having 98 units, is completed with all infrastructure facilities and services in place and has received completion certificate. We have offered possessions for both the towers. The development work and construction work of villas of phase 2 of Eldeco Imperia, measuring approximately 28 acres, is nearing completion and will soon apply for completion certificate. We shall be offering possession of the Imperia 2 almost a year in advance of the date committed, further enhancing our trust and reputation with our customers. The registrations and possessions of 80% units at Imperia Phase 1 at measuring approximately 16 acres has been done. Eldeco Suction and EWS LIG project at Udyan 2, Raebareli Road, was also completed before time, and the project is now inhabited. With this, I would like to conclude my operational review for the year. I would like to thank our shareholders, partners, customers, and government authorities for their continued support. A special note of appreciation goes to Eldeco team for their relentless efforts. We look forward to building on this foundation and creating long-term value for all our stakeholders. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Eldeco Housing, I thank you all. Over to you, Company Secretary.
Circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India, notice of the AGM along with the annual report for the financial year ended 31st March 2025 have been sent within the statutory timelines through electronic mode only to those shareholders whose email addresses were registered with the company or the RTA or the depositories. Additionally, in accordance with Regulation 31(6)(b) of the SEBI listing regulations, the company has also sent a letter to the shareholders whose email IDs are not registered with the company or RTA or the depository participant, providing the web link including the exact path where the annual report for the financial year 24-25 can be accessed. In compliance with the MCA circulars, the company had issued public notices in the newspapers informing the date of the AGM to be conducted through video conferencing, fixing the record date for entitlement of dividend, requesting shareholders for updating their email IDs and bank account details, and for receiving correspondence from the company and for payment of dividend. Said notice also mentioned the manner for participating in remote e-voting and in the AGM through video conferencing. The notice of the AGM and the annual report, comprising of audited financial statements for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, together with the reports of the board of directors and auditors thereon, was sent as per the applicable regulatory provisions. With your permission, I consider the same as read. Members are hereby informed that, pursuant to Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013 and the rules made thereunder, read with Regulation 44 of the SEBI listing regulations, the company has provided remote e-voting facility and e-voting during the AGM to the members through the services of CDSL as on the cutoff date, that is 18th September 2025. Cast their votes for or against the resolutions as entailed in the notice of the AGM. The remote e-voting commenced on Monday, 22nd September 2025, 9 a.m. onwards, and ended on Wednesday, 24th September 2025 at 5 p.m. Mrs. R.K. Tandon and Associates, practicing company secretaries and corporate consultants, is the scrutinizer duly appointed to scrutinize the e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner. The scrutinizer will submit the report to the chairman of the company or any other person authorized by him. The voting results shall be declared within 2 working days from the conclusion of this AGM. Over to you, Chairman.
Thank you, Johnny. Shareholders may please note that the statutory auditor's report, both on standalone and consolidated basis on the financial statements of the company, and the secretarial audit report included in the annual report for the financial year ended 31st March 2025 do not contain any qualifications and or modified opinion, observations or comments on financial transactions or matters which would otherwise have an adverse effect on the functioning of the company. Accordingly, the reports are not required to be read out as per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013, and the same are being taken as read. Regarding request for e-voting, members who have not cast their votes for or against the resolution through remote e-voting prior to the AGM shall now cast their vote through e-voting on the CDSL platform during the proceedings of the AGM. Over to you, Company Secretary. She will read the businesses to be transacted at the meeting.
We shall now take up the formal agenda, the businesses to be transacted. First item of the notice is to consider and adopt the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and the auditors thereon, and also to consider and adopt the audited consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, together with the report of the auditors thereon. It is recommended to pass an ordinary resolution in this regard. Second item is to declare a final dividend of 450%, that is rupees 9 per equity share of face value of rupees 2 each for the financial year ended 31st March 2025. It is recommended to pass an ordinary resolution in this regard. Mr. Shrikant Jajodia, being interested in agenda item number 3 of the notice, shall vacate the chair, and Mr. Jaggi, director of the company, shall chair the meeting for the agenda item number 3. The third item is to appoint a director in place of Mr. Shrikant Jajodia, who retires by rotation in terms of Section 152 of the Companies Act 2013 and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. It is recommended to pass an ordinary resolution in this regard. The chairman can take the chair now. Fourth item is to reappoint Mr. Pankaj Bajaj as the chairman cum managing director of the company for a period of 5 years with effect from 14th May 2026. It is recommended to pass a special resolution in this regard. Fifth item is to appoint Ms. Archana Tripathi as a non-executive director of the company to hold office from the conclusion of the 40th annual general meeting. It is recommended to pass an special resolution in this regard. Sixth item is to appoint Messrs. R.K. and Associates, company secretaries and corporate consultants as the secretarial auditors of the company to hold office for the first term of 5 consecutive years, that is from the financial year 2025-26 till the financial year 2029-30. It is recommended to pass an ordinary resolution in this regard. Seventh item is to extend tenure of loan agreement executed between Eldeco Housing and Industries Limited and Eldeco Infrastructure and Properties Limited. It is recommended to pass a special resolution in this regard. Eighth item is to ratify the remuneration of Messrs. Paliwal and Associates, cost accountants, the cost auditors of the company. It is recommended to pass an ordinary resolution in this regard. Shareholders are requested to kindly cast their vote through e-voting, if not casted through remote e-voting prior to the AGM. Over to you, Chairman.
I now open the floor for the questions from the registered speakers. Considering the time value of all the shareholders attending, I request the shareholders to limit their questions or speech to 3 minutes. Mr. Manish Jaiswal will take up the questions. Over to you, Manish.
Thank you, Srikanth, sir. I would now request the moderator to unmute Mr. Praveen Kumar. Moderator, please unmute.
Kumar is not present in the meeting.
All right, no problem. We can move to Mr. Gagan Kumar.
Mr. Gagan is also not present in the meeting.
All right, then I'll request you to unmute Mr. Sarvjit Singh.
Mr. Savjit is not present in the meeting.
We can move to Mr. Manjeet Singh.
Mr. Manjeet is also not present in the meeting, sir.
Mr. Surinder Kumar Arora.
He's also not present, I think.
He is also not present in the meeting.
Mr. Keshav Garg.
Mr. Keshav, you may now speak.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Keshav, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. I'll just speak about the questions that I have, and I just hope that the management answers them point by point. So, what is the outlook for FY26 in terms of top line and bottom line, and what are the sustainable steady state margins, EBITDA margins? Can 35% plus margins be achieved in FY26 and beyond? And why did our margins fall sharply from 27.7% to 15% year on year in FY25? What is the revenue potential from Imperia Phase 2? What is the completion timeline? And what percentage of project has already been booked? What is the status of the Bareilly project? Are we exiting the project at a loss? And what are the expected proceeds from it, if any? Can you please elaborate on the same? What is the revenue potential from projects being completed in FY27 and FY28, the ones which will be completed in these 2 financial years? What is the timeline and sales target for Eldeco Solana Gardens? And what is the current booking and execution status of Trinity, Hanging Gardens, and Skywalk? What are the target debt levels? What is the recovery status of receivables overdue beyond 3 years? Was the marketing cost spike one-off, or will the marketing spends remain high at these levels? And what are the target marketing spends as a percentage of total revenues? So, which projects were delayed due to regulatory approvals, and have these now been resolved? Why is the loan to Eldeco infrastructure being extended, and when will it be repaid? Inventory is 548 crores, including 97 crore unsold completed units. How much of the inventory is ready for sale as on date? Collections exceed revenue by over 100 crores. So when will these advances convert to revenue? What margin profile is expected from projects like Trinity and Solano Gardens? And what is the FY26 sales booking target? And where do you see the company in the coming 3 to 5 years? And also, we are completing, as you mentioned, Imperia Phase 2 in the current financial year. So, I mean, what percentage of the total potential revenue will we be able to book in the current financial year from this? And any other projects that are being completed in the current financial year, and could you share the revenue potential from the same? Thank you very much. I hope you answer all my questions point by point.
Thanks, Keshav. Thank you so much for sending us all these questions beforehand. I'll take these one by one. I'll start with our outlook for FY26, both on the sales bookings and the top line that you have requested for. So as a policy tip, you must have noticed if you have attended our earlier analyst calls / AGM that we avoid giving forward-looking guidance. But at a larger level basis, the already published data, the investor presentation that we upload every quarter, you would see that under the ongoing project section, around 800 crores of sales has already been booked, which has not yet been recognized. And there is around 8.5 lakh square feet of balance saleable area in the ongoing projects. If I just multiply that 8.5 lakh square feet with the average average price realization of 6,000 or 6,500, that number comes to around 500 or 525 crores. So 800 plus 500 crores, 1,300 crore is the broad number under ongoing projects, which we expect these projects would get completed in next 3 to 4 years. And this top line also would accordingly get recognized within next 3 to 4 years. Now, it will be very difficult to break it down year by year, but broadly, that is how you can estimate as far as next 3 to 4 year outlook is concerned. On the sales bookings front, I think in the last update, we have spoken about targeting 400 crore sales bookings broadly in this financial year. I'm happy to report that we have already achieved around 300 crores till date. And subject to getting RERA approval of Solano Garden in next few months, we hope to cross 400 crore guidance that we have given very comfortably. On the bottom line, on the margins front, I would say it is very difficult to monitor the margins for ongoing projects quarter by quarter. But and it is the margin is usually accurately ascertained at the end of the project when all the costs and all the revenue numbers are frozen. But at the underwriting stage, whenever we are acquiring a new project, we typically look at those projects only which have in group housing the PBIT margin of 20% plus, and in townships that target margin for underwriting is 35% plus at the EBITDA level. So we believe that stabilized margin should remain between 25 to 35%, depending on the project mix for that particular year, which is getting recognized. If the portfolio recognized during that year is group housing heavy, it will be closer to 20-25%. And if the portfolio is heavier on the township side for that particular year, it will be closer to 35%. Your next question is, why did PAT margin fall sharply from 28% to 15%? So see, in FY25, around 55% of revenue got recognized from Imperia Phase 1, where the gross margin is relatively low compared to other projects. Although it is a township project, but it has all the lumpy expenses like gate, club, STB, services, etc., which are covered in this phase 1, the benefit of which would also be taken by the phase 2 customers. So on the project level, if you combine phase 1 and phase 2 of Imperia, the township margin would be around 35% only. But because a lot of these costs are front loaded in phase 1, the margin for phase 1 is relatively lower. And because phase 1 is contributing to most of the revenue recognized for this year, for FY25, that is why you see a sharp drop in PAT margin also for this year. Another big reason is that there's a large period cost of marketing and selling expenses, which is charged in P&L due to the freshly launched projects last year. Those projects would be recognized once they get completed, but as per Ind AS, we are required to recognize the marketing and selling expenses for these projects as a period cost in the year of expense actually incurred. So that has also impacted the margin. On the revenue potential of Imperia Phase 2, it is slightly north of 300 crores. I think it's 325 crores or so. And we are looking at applying for completion sometime in November this year. I would think that it will take us 60 to 90 days for approval, and we should start recognizing the revenue from Imperia Phase 2 in Q4 FY26, and a lot of that revenue recognition should spill into FY27 as well. On the Bareilly project, you had some questions. So see, Bareilly project, we went out to experiment in a newer market in a protected fashion with some partners, and at a later date, there were some land issues which erupted, which we tried managing, and a part of those issues were resolved. Some of those are still pending, because of which we have received the partial completion of the project. Nevertheless, since it was taking longer than the anticipated time to deliver that project and get exit from that project, we requested our partners to give us exit. This is the initial understanding of guaranteed return that all of them signed off on. And hopefully we should be able to get that exit in next few quarters. They agreed to it gracefully, and I think we'll be receiving around 70 crores or so along with the interest in next few quarters from this. For FY27 and 28, you have asked for the revenue potential from various projects. I think I've already replied to this query, where based on the published data on ongoing projects, 1,300 crore is the estimated sale number, which we should be able to see getting recognized in next 3 to 4 years. Out of which around 800 crores is the sales already booked, and around 500 crores is the sales which is not yet booked. But we hope that by the time we complete these projects in next 3 to 4 years, the sales, that 500 crores should also get booked. You've asked for timeline and sales target for Solano Gardens. So I think in next few weeks, we're applying for RERA approvals for the project. Once RERA approval is in place, we should hopefully be able to launch this project within this financial year only. It is quite large project, around 55 acres or so, and it has bunch of, along with plotted and villas, it has bunch of group housing pockets also. I think there are 4 small group housing pockets in the project. So I would think it would take around 6 to 7 years for completion once we launch the first phase. One of the questions is you have asked for specific project-related data on current booking and execution status for Trinity, Hanging Gardens, and Skywalk. So, all of that data is already there under the ongoing project section in the investor presentation. That one slide give you all the details of the bookings already done, the balance inventory left, what are the timelines we are targeting for delivery. Moving on to the next question, the target debt level. See, there is no specific target debt level. Raising debt is basically the function of economics of a specific project that we are acquiring. And if it makes sense to raise debt on that project, we do that. If it doesn't, we do not. Our current debt outstanding is just around 100 crores or so. And current debt equity ratio is less than 0.3, which gives us a very comfortable headroom to raise further debt as and when needed for expansion or development. So while we are not running behind any such target to raise more debt, but we definitely would keep on evaluating new debt addition based on the new expansion that we execute at the group level. So another question is about the marketing cost spike of is it one-off or will it remain elevated? So marketing cost, as I said, it is a period cost, and it is basically dependent on the launches or the sales that has happened in that particular financial year itself. And if you notice, last financial year we closed with around 340 crores of sales bookings. Our total marketing cost is around 14 crores or so, sales, marketing, brokerage spend, which is around 4% of 340 crores. So it's quite healthy actually, if you ask. Much lower than a lot of other our competitors. In fact, whenever we do new project underwriting in our model, we underwrite around 6% or so as a sales and marketing cost for the new projects. So if we are achieving at the operational level 4%, we're quite happy with that. Which projects are delayed due to regulatory approval, and have these now been resolved? So as of now, there are no issues. There were some issues with regards to the approval layout sanction for Solano Gardens, which I think we shared in last quarter presentation. But we got the approval, and now we are applying for RERA for Solano Gardens. So we're good on that front. Why is the loan to Eldeco infrastructure being extended, and when will it be repaid? So this loan, as I explained earlier, related to Bareilly project, we have already requested our partners to repay the loan, and they have agreed. And the only reason for extension is because we have a timeline in which we are expecting this loan to get repaid within the next few quarters. That is why the extension is only for 1 year. Next question is, inventory is 548 crores, including 97 crore unsold completed units. How much of it is ready for sale? I think you have picked this number from the balance sheet, Keshav, and this basically represents the work in progress, construction work in progress for the company. Does not reflect the actual inventory, that in actual inventory for sales. That number you can easily from the available area column under ongoing projects slide in the published. Collections exceed revenue by over 100 crore. When will these advances convert to revenue? I think this is also the same question that I've already replied related to the overall number on the revenue front that is available for recognition in next 3 to 4 years. 800 crores of which is already sold and booked. What margin profile is expected from premium projects like Trinity and Solano Gardens? So again, this is also, I think I've replied, we do not track margin on quarterly basis. And the real number actually comes out post the delivery of the project only. But as far as underwriting is concerned, we usually underwrite group housing, a high-rise project. Trinity is a high-rise project, group housing. So it was initially underwritten at around 20%, and we hope to achieve higher number than that post delivery. Solano Gardens being a township project, it was underwritten at 35% EBITDA margin. FY26 sales booking targets, I have already clarified on that front. How do you see the company in coming 3 to 5 years? So we are very positive about the growth of the company, especially because Lucknow is as a market is doing very well, both on infrastructure front and the demand front from the customers across UP. As long as our resources are right and we keep getting these handsome results for all the effort we are putting in, we do not see any issue as far as the company growth is concerned or the market is concerned. So we're very happy about that. We'll continuously strive to achieve the top position in the market, but we do not believe in ranking. But we can say that we will be amongst the major players for that market. Will continue to remain so. Does that answer? I think this answers most of your queries. Are there any follow-up questions? Keshav? I think Keshav has dropped in between for some reason. Should we, moderator, should we move to Manan and we can circle back if Keshav joins back?
Present in the meeting.
All right, next is Reena Jain.
Miss Nima is not present in the meeting.
Okay. Well, then let's go to, there are some questions I see in the chat section from Mr. Mahendra Pal Bhutani. We can take those.
Moderator, you can unmute him.
Mr. Santosh, you may now speak.
Mr. Santosh. Nevertheless, he has thankfully written the question, so I'll just take
yes, sir. जी
Yeah, we can hear you, Santosh. Yeah.
जी जी मैं बोल सकता हूँ ना सर?
हाँ जी sir, please.
जी नमस्कार chairman sir and very good evening to all the board members and management team. And first of all, I would like to extend a big thanks to the team of CS for a very informative report. All section has been covered in a transparent manner. Sir, after your speech and going through the annual report, I am extremely confident that the leadership team will hit more significant milestone and to take the company to the next phase of growth. My question to the leadership team is, what are the biggest challenges and opportunities that you foresee in the coming time? And can you provide more information on the company plan for expansion into new market or geographically? And is there any plan in your side, Haryana and Delhi NCR other place? And what metrics do you use to measure the effectiveness of your diversity and inclusion initiatives? And what are the company plan to address the growing concern around climate change? Thank you very much, Chairman Sen, and I wish the company all the best and hope to see a healthy growth in business and size of the company. May God fill all your wishes and keep you all happy, healthy and safe. And greeting for the festive season. नमस्कार और बहुत धन्यवाद आपका, आपकी टीम का और हमारी CS टीम का. बहुत धन्यवाद सर. नमस्कार.
Thank you, Santosh. Thank you for your kind words. I'll try to address the growth related query first. So in our published report, we also capture some data on the forthcoming projects and the land bank that is under acquisition at the group level. And in the Q1 FY26 presentation, you will see that we have one large project called Eldeco Solano Gardens, which is under the forthcoming project, and we expect the top line potential of that to be very, very large. I would think the largest project that the group has ever done. And I'm happy to report that there is no debt on that project at all. We did the land acquisition mostly through internal accruals, and whatever returns the project would, those would remain uncovered, and I think it will keep us giving returns for next 5 to 6 years. Other than that, we are continuously acquiring more land bank in different locations. And in one of the locations, I think the overall land bank has already crossed 23 acres. So that township is taking good shape also. And we hope in next year or so, we should be able to add that project under the forthcoming project. And it should be at least half the size of Solano, if not more. So we are very well set on the growth front, Santoshji, because of the forthcoming project in the land bank. Also, one of the questions that you raised was about, or you have raised at least in writing, is what are the steps we are taking to enhance the quality standards, operational efficiency of the business. We are very conscious of the quality of delivery that we are making. As you know, as we move forward, you will see there is a continuous increase in average price realization for the project that the company is selling. I think in last 3 years, that average price realization has gone up from 3,500 to around 6,500 rupees per square feet. And some of our projects like Imperia, for example, Trinity and Hanging Garden, they are selling at a very good average realization rate. I think Trinity is around 9,000-10,000 rupees per square feet, and Hanging Garden is 7,000 to 7,500 rupees per square feet. So we are continuously moving up the value chain, where we are servicing not just the mid-income customer, but also the premium luxury buyer, which essentially entails that we are required to continuously enhance focus on the quality standards of the deliveries we are making. On the high-rise front, lately, all the projects that we have initiated, be it Imperia, be it Trinity, sorry, not Imperia, Trinity, Hanging Garden, or Skywalk, all of those new projects we are executing under the My1 technology, using the aluminum shuttering, which basically gives us the finished quality of the product as very, very high. Similar to any luxury project that you would see in any other tier 1 market of the country, the quality is going to be as good as that, if not better. On the operational efficiency front, we are as a group slowly moving more and more towards the IT tools to manage various aspects of our business, be it procurement, be it construction monitoring. For sales and collections, we are always dependent on technology, but lately there is an onslaught of new tools which have come up in the market, which are AI enabled, which are helping not just in construction monitoring and CRM, but also adding a lot in, or it will add a lot in increasing the efficiencies for marketing or legal teams that are part of the group. So we remain very open to adopting the new tools on timely basis. In fact, we won't mind being early adopters also on some of these new tools to increase the efficiency for the group. And I think one of the questions that you asked was about about CSR. Chandni, what was the other question?
So not CSR. We can see it in the chat.
So strategies to navigate internal and external challenges, as I've already explained in nearly in a lot of different questions how we are managing the operations and how we are continuously increasing the quality of delivery and the efficiency. I think that should be good. One of the questions was related to expanding into Haryana, Delhi, different markets other than Lucknow. So, that also I think we replied, but I'll just repeat it. See, as long as our resources are properly deployed in Lucknow market and they are generating handsome returns for us, we do not see any reason to go out into multiple markets. Having said that, we are open to at least look at those markets which are close to Lucknow and which can be easily managed from our head office in Lucknow using the same team. And they provide us such opportunities which can help us create more alpha for the investors. So one such market very close to Lucknow is Gorakhpur, and our team is at early stages of evaluating few deals over there. And if we find anything good, we'll definitely do at least one project to start with to see how it goes before venturing out deeper into that market. But at this point, we see tremendous potential in Lucknow, a lot of opportunities, a lot of deals with good returns, which we are able to lock in. And demand is very good. Infrastructure initiatives that government has implemented have created very good results. So we see a lot of our energies going into Lucknow, at least for next few years, if not more. Hope this helps. Do we have any other question?
No, sir.
I thank all members and invitees for their presence through video conferencing in the AGMs. Stay healthy, stay safe. Over to you, Chandni.
In case the registered speaker could not speak or join the AGM due to any technical reason or any queries raised have remained unanswered, you may send in your request in writing to the company. On receipt of any such email request, the company will respond to you suitably. The combined results of remote e-voting and e-voting at the AGM, along with the scrutinizer's report, shall be uploaded on the website of the company and CDSL and shall also be submitted to the stock exchanges within 2 working days from the conclusion of the meeting. The e-voting process will continue to be available for another 30 minutes after this meeting to enable the shareholders who have not casted their votes through remote e-voting and would like to cast their votes now. Thereafter, the meeting will stand concluded. I request the panelists to leave the meeting now, and the shareholders who wish to vote can cast their votes. Thank you.